Hey there, short video for you today. I had a session recently at a local studio, recorded mostly drums, some guitar. We're just going to look at all the elements that we recorded, listen to them raw, listen to them processed, and get a feeling for what you can do in one day. We did about 8 songs, I think. We were kind of trying to get a lot done in one day. So let's get right to it. So here's our session from Trash Treasury. I've got it broken down into a couple groups here. So if I collapse this, we've got the drums, and I've separated the drums into 2 groups, the shells and the cymbals, and then they all feed into the drum bus. So let's just take a look at each element and see how I mic'd them and stuff like that. Let's just hear what all this sounds like. Okay, so we get an idea there, right? If I were to turn off all the plugins, it would sound a little bit different, but I tried to kind of get a sound that I was really enjoying right off the bat. That's my goal. So let's turn off every plugin and let's see what that sounds like. Different, for sure. So let's check out what all the plugins are doing. So let's start with the kick in. I'm going to solo this. Pretty different. So I've got an expander on there, a compressor, and an EQ. And let's listen to that now. So the compressor's doing quite a bit, getting about 8-9 dB. And the EQ is doing a lot. But hey, that's what you got to do sometimes. And with the sub kick, which I've got a little bit of an EQ just because I didn't want that high end, and the black box, which is some kind of distortion, really. You can really hear that sub kick is providing a lot of the beef there. Snare top. So I've got an expander. An EQ. Another EQ. This trigger. And another compressor. Snare bottom. There's an expander again. An EQ. This is the Renaissance guitar plugin, but I thought it sounded cool on there. And another compressor. I was really going for the compression today. Gating the toms with some mid scoop on the EQ, trying to get a lot of that attack there. Some compression, and then I love this Sketch Cassette plugin on toms. So it's doing a lot of the saturation here. Let's go listen to these toms, and we're going to turn off and on the Sketch Cassette because I think it's cool. So here's without sketch cassette. And here's with sketch cassette. That saturation to me is awesome. I love that. Okay, so let's keep rolling here. Let's go into the cymbals. So overhead, left, right, and center is like definitely overkill, I think, but I've always wanted to spend more time with the overhead setup that you see in a lot of those basement sessions, like the Radiohead and Rainbow sessions and the White Stripes and many other bands that have done those basement sessions. They almost all of them seem to use this left, right, center overhead setup where two ribbons are pretty low to the cymbals, left and right, and then there's a center microphone, usually some sort of tube condenser in the center. So I wanted to try that. And honestly, when it comes time to mix this, I'm not sure how much I'll keep that center microphone in there because I really like those Coles, but I think it could give a lot of cool options when it comes time to mix, because I really like to have a mono kit sometimes and then expand it into more of a stereo field, on certain sections of the song. So let's hear all three of those. And let's turn on the plugins here. Just a little bit of EQ. And a little bit of compression. Let's hear the room mics. You might hear some of that guitar bleed in the room mics because they're playing in one room. And then last but not least, this front of kit mic. I think this was going through a stay level, actually. I darkened it up a lot, kind of getting a trash can sound. It's the side EQ. And then back to sketch cassette. And then on the cymbal bus here, I've got two compressors. This Dangerous EQ, just kind of adding some highs, taking away some lows. Let me bring all those in there. And this Shadow Hills compressor. And last but not least, on the Shells bus, we've got Devil Lock. I really love this plugin. My general go-to on Devil Lock is basically 1 and 2 on most of the knobs. Like Mix It 2 here, that's about as high as I usually end up having it. Crunch on 2, Crush on 0, Darkness on 0, Mix on 2. So let's hear what Devil Lock does. I'm going to go play this again here. this saturation plugin. And then on the whole drum bus, I'm just shelving off a little low end and a little bit of compression. There's an idea of the sort of drum tracks we were able to capture that day. Hope that was interesting for you. If you'd like to contact me, you can go to my website, formlessmastering.com. Get in touch that way for any mastering or recording needs. Thanks so much.